Incremental greetings. Let's continue the Supermemo course, the Pleasurable expansion. Now, we are working with images. We are learning how to zoom in, zoom out, trim, crop, and clone. Let's continue with this menu. That file doesn't cover. So, first and foremost, what is process? Ctrl-Shift F8, and I get, what is that? Are the same options: zoom, unzoom, extra, crop, clone, compress, and scale, or cancel. What's the point of having such an option if it's just a menu for those options? Once again, easy. It's because there's a key binding. So I don't need to right click to get the image in there. Let's do that. Ctrl-Shift F8. And now I do the unzoom, let's say. Sorry, it's already there, right? Let me do it here. So then Ctrl-Shift F8, and now unzoom. Here you go. So that's one of the options that you can use. Keyword first option. By the way, if I do Ctrl-Z, there's no undo. So I will need, Ctrl-Shift 8, zoom, and now I have to use the menu. And that was, sorry, I forgot which one in particular was, but it's dummy. And here you go once again. That is the sagittal. Okay, I cannot undo, no worries. Now it just happened by accident that is just a dead pixel, 0 by 0. This may happen by accident, as now genuinely happened to me. This is one. Now you can undo this. Ctrl-Shift F8 and zoom. Nothing happened. And now the sagittal. I cannot see it, it's too tiny. F9, and I see it in my case Paint, because it's the default in my browser, in my computer. And okay, it's the top right image. So I will do select the component, Ctrl-Shift F8, zoom, and I will select that. Sometimes the hover messes a lot, it's too spammy, doesn't go away, so you have to move. And here you go. Then, what other options are there? Compress. This is especially the case. Then let's do compress now. And it's asking for a size. Before this, let's get a genuine example. So if I go to my image registry, and now I sort by size. Okay, so let's see this image. It's, oh wow, 2 megabytes is way too much. So I go there. And here you go. It's basically this image that I did before. Nice. So for me, what I will do is image, compress, and then I ask for a size. So Supermemo will be scaling this down with steps until it gets below whatever you mentioned. I suggest to use about 500 or 600 kilobytes, because when it's higher than that, it becomes significantly slower. It doesn't scale linearly with size. There's like a tipping point that then it's dramatically slower for whatever reason. So then it says, hey, the old size was 260. It was not worth it, right? Nice. Then if I now make a huge, I will force this example now. Text. I will sort by size, so I force this example. Okay. I know it's a dummy example. Do you see how slow it is already? Nice. I will use it here so it's easier to see. Okay. So then right click, image, and compress. Look at that, almost 7 megabytes. So let me put 600. It won't be precisely 600. It will be something close. Look how much it struggles, Supermemo. It's ridiculous. Okay. And now it says, okay, 566. It's below 600. Good enough. It's not the precise size I did ask, but it is close enough. And more or less, it's exactly how it looks. But I lost quality, yes, but on the size that I work with the image, it's good enough, right? So now Supermemo will load faster. Yeah, about half a second. Still slower, but just half a second, not just 5 seconds. So that's how you can compress images. By the way, I have a video. Here I have a video that you can resize all of the images in bulk, so you don't have to go one by one cases. Because resizing will already compress the file size. Cool. Then what is the scale? Actually, scale is what I suggested in the video. So the scale, you can customize precisely the size, the file size. So it's, hey, I want to be tinier, the scale, 70%, but I want to keep all of the quality, regardless. And the file size will be 483. And you can also do the cropping. And by the way, you have a live view. I don't like this text. I don't need it. So I will go to the top. Whoop, more or less. Okay, more or less like that. I want even smaller. Okay, that will be it. 200. Okay, let me go with the default quality. Look at that, 29%. I have full control. It's asking you, hey, are you sure this is the old size, the new size? Yes. Here you go. It looks almost the same, but it's even, the file size is even smaller. In this video, you're resizing, so it's actually this feature that you do outside of Supermemo, by the way. You're scaling, but you can compress. The difference is that scaling, you have full control of what you choose, and you know the file size before you take the action. And compresses is no. Do whatever, so the file size is below this number. But I don't get to choose precisely what. Depends what you want. Most of the time, it will be just compress. I suggest to use compress just when Supermemo slows down, and that's it. Because of the time that you will waste every single time that it shows up. You will not need to worry about the file size, because we are into 2024. You can have many gigabytes if you want. I have hundreds of thousands of large images in Anki. Not a big deal. It's about 40 gigabytes. Okay, but 40 gigabytes is affordable. There's plenty of space. I can have that in my phone if I want to. Imagine that. And remember, the process, we can also do Ctrl-Shift, Ctrl-Shift-Evade, and now compress or scale, which are the last two options that we didn't cover in the previous video. So now we have seen all of the image process that you can do with this menu. We are not done yet. Oh my God. But we will cover this in the next video. See you there.